As if there wasn't already enough choice for SUV buyers in Australia, Toyota has just added even more complexity to the mix with this brand new compact SUV. It's called the Toyota Corolla Cross. And if you're watching this thinking, do we really need a high-riding Corolla masquerading as an SUV, especially when Toyota already sells the CHR and the Yaris Cross? Well, join the club. But that's exactly why we're here at the Australian launch of the new Corolla Cross. So stick around if you want to find out too. The Corolla Cross has officially arrived as Toyota's 8th SUV down under, here to sit alongside the similarly sized CHR, but bridge the gap between the light-sized Yaris Cross and mid-size RAV4, the latter of which is Australia's top-selling SUV. Pricing will range from $33,000 to around $50,000, which makes entry into the Corolla Cross around 10 grand more than the hatch it's based off and around 2 grand more than the cheapest CHR. Within the all-automatic range, you get a choice of a familiar 2-litre petrol engine driving the front wheels, or a new hybrid powertrain with the option of 2 or all-wheel drive. This is the top-spec Atmos grade fitted with the 2-wheel drive hybrid powertrain. We're also seeing Toyota's 5th generation hybrid here for the first time in the Corolla Cross. It's made up of a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine paired to 2 electric motors that deliver a combined power output of 146 kilowatts. This 2-wheel drive system is also said to be the most economical. Despite the familiar TNG AC platform that underpins many of the Japanese brand's models, the Corolla Cross really doesn't share much in the way of exterior design with its hatch or sedan siblings, and it's not overly bold or exciting. In fact, it kind of reminds me of another SUV on the market. That's unlikely to discourage buyers though, especially given the Corolla was Australia's best-selling small car in 2021, with almost 30,000 units finding a home last year. But it's here that the Japanese brand says the Corolla Cross really stands out from any of its other small cars. Straight off the bat, you can tell the Cross shares lots of its materials and equipment with the Corolla hatch and sedan, which is no bad thing, and it feels relatively similar to those cars. But the key difference is more cabin space and a higher seating position, so you get a more commanding view of the road ahead, and it feels like a more spacious cabin overall. But this little SUV brings a heap of tech improvements compared to the model it's based on. It's not groundbreaking by any means, but Toyota says the Corolla Cross is its most technologically advanced model to date. And it brings connected services for the first time, so you can now do things like this. Hey Toyota, I need to go potty. Larger internal dimensions make the Corolla Cross a great option for SUV buyers that don't necessarily need or want something as big or as expensive as the RAV4. There's loads of headroom and legroom, and you've got a reclining backrest for longer trips. I don't think you'd be able to go 3 abreast back here if you've got 3 adults. 3 kids should be fine though. Boot capacity will depend on which variant and powertrain you choose, but ranges from 380 to 436 litres in the Corolla Cross SUV. That's not quite as much as the Corolla sedan, but still more generous than the hatchback. Now let's see how the Cross compares to its siblings on road. The Corolla Cross sits 25mm higher off the ground than the hatchback it's based on, but it shares almost all of the same mechanical bits underneath. So while that extra inch of ride height gives you a more commanding view of the road and makes getting in and out a little bit easier, it rides very similarly to Australia's best-selling small car, the Corolla. That's not a bad thing, since the latest Corolla hatch is the best there's been in 12 generations, dating back to 1966. What you can expect is a small SUV that's simple to drive and easy to place on road, with relatively nimble handling. The hybrid engine delivers decent power, even if it's a little gruff at times and can be noisy under hard acceleration. With steering that feels a little bit doughy, the Corolla Cross doesn't feel as sporty behind the wheel as rivals like the Hyundai Kona, Volkswagen T-Roc and Mazda CX-30. It is, however, definitely more engaging than rivals from Honda, Mitsubishi and Nissan. On the upside, the SUV suspension feels well balanced. It's smooth around town, but a compact footprint means large bumps tend to shake up the cabin. The Corolla Cross also debuts Toyota's latest safety equipment, dubbed Safety Sense 3.0. As well as connected services and better infotainment and instrument clusters compared to the Corolla hatch and sedan, you also get new features like a rear exit assist warning and better junction turn assists that will also pick up motorcycles as well as cars. We haven't had a lot of time with these cars today, but first impressions on the safety front are they're on the sensitive side of things. We've had them pick up cars a few times that are parked on the side of the road or turning out of somewhere, which isn't crazy. Other cars do that as well, but it's a little bit annoying. It remains to be seen whether the new Toyota Corolla Cross can be the small SUV sales success that the CHR never was. But with a solid combination of value, efficiency, and interior space, as well as a less polarizing design and that familiar Corolla name, it's got a pretty good head start.